What's going on, Bacon Bits, and welcome back to InformOverload. I'm your host, Johnny Rogers, aka the Bacon Overlord, but you already know that, so let's just get right into it, shall we? When this Reddit trend started, I slowly backed away from my computer saying, no, you do not want this smoke. The internet as a collective will forever be the most savage place in the world. The fact that people are not communicating face to face has given birth to an extreme lack of social graces that ultimately permit random people to give their 2 cents on your life. However, for the people who asked the internet to roast them, they kinda had it coming. Before we get into this video though, make sure you tap that subscribe button if you're new here, and leave us a comment down below if you've ever regretted asking the internet to do something for you, cause I feel like we've all been there, and I can't wait to see what you guys have to say. Now without any further delay, let's get right into the top 10 people who regretted asking the internet to roast them, part 2. In at number 10, VAPE Army. Serving your country is one of the most noble and brave things that a person can do, especially if you live in the good old US of A. Most veterans though have respect from the general public because they've been through hard times and fought for freedom. However, for this millennial soldier, he had to learn the hard way that respect is earned, not given. With enough time to play some PS4, puff on his vape, and post on Reddit, this soldier was asking for a savage roast. Top comment that definitely made him regret ever posting this photo was, "Your mom puts folded flag on her Christmas list." That is some next level roasting. Saying that his mom would be happy if he never came home from war, I mean, yikes. Judging by that ring on his finger as well, I'm sure his wife will also be happy not having nicotine clouds in her house anymore. And at least when he comes home from war and has finalized his divorce, he can follow his true passion of coaching an amateur vape team. In at number 9, she's a model. The Roast Me subreddit is filled with people claiming to be models and yet still asking to be roasted. For the underbelly that is that community, they really hate seeing these posts and go all in. Most comments aren't funny and often say things like, "Oh, you're so insecure, blah blah blah." However, this comment did everything right when it came to roasting this post that she would soon regret. The title says, "She's a model, roast her." So we're assuming someone else uploaded this for her because God forbid a model does anything. She's holding the roast me sign though, so the go ahead has been given, and the best comment by far was, "What is she a model for? Depression?" Oof. Even her expression in that photo looks like a reaction to that comment. In at number 8, Russia roasting. Russians are notoriously tough people. I mean, think about where they live. You have to develop some sort of rough exterior to live in those type of conditions. This guy though looks like he was developed in a test tube. He titles his roast request with, and I'll read this verbatim, "Okay, let's get harder. I am 27 years old, I am from Russia. I have a baby face and a terrible sweater, and a girl left me yesterday, not because of a sweater. Make everyone funny. I write through Google Translate." And based on that sentence alone, I'd say the only thing lower than his grades is his testosterone levels. Although the best roast goes to the user who said, "You look like Mark Wahlberg if he ate nothing but soup." Once you read that, you cannot unsee it. The accuracy is truly remarkable. In at number 7, the Wine Club. Much like the model for depression earlier on, this woman is quite certain there is no way that she can be roasted, and boy oh boy was she ever wrong. The selfie was posted to the Roast Me subreddit with the title, "This picture was taken at 5 AM after the club. I was still wasted. If I look this good in that state, is it even possible to roast me?" First of all, the only state that you would look good in is a state penitentiary, and never mind my comments though, the winner goes to this one. Owning 6 cats and drinking from a box of wine all night doesn't count as going to the club even if you dress up. Safe to say she hasn't been roasted this hard since college. In at number 6, Office Depot. This next regrettable roast me post didn't even need a title to be roasted. The photo was clearly taken while he was hard at work at Office Depot, which apparently is the only place that would hire this school shooter. He titles the roast me post with this, "115 pounds with skin like cream, roast me worse than my family can." If your skin is like cream, I'd say it's past its expiration date. Also, asking for someone to roast you worse than your family can is like saying nobody loves me like my dog does. They both have to love you, but at the end of the day, wouldn't notice if you went missing. Again though, these are just my roasts. The Reddit community decided to go in on him as well with the very accurate comment of, "If Jimmy Neutron did heroin." In at number 5, the Chain Gang. Yet again, another female stepping up to the roast meat plate, asking the internet to lower their self-esteem or help them harden their shell. I seriously have no idea why you would willingly do this. Regardless, she posts this photo with the title "Fire Away," and boy did they ever. My favorite comment was, "Is death by magnet the ultimate goal here?" Which is a very observant diss to the thousands of chains this lady is wearing around her neck. It must take her forever to get those off, but hey, how else is she gonna lock her bike up? In at number 4, call me Caitlyn. It's my birthday, roast me good. Did she really just write that? Even her expression looks like a deer caught in the headlights. Like she knew this was not going to go over very well. Leave it up to someone also with the username Captain Mudwhistle to crack out one of the funniest comments of, "We're not supposed to call you Bruce anymore, right?" Again, it's comments like that that when you read it, you can't unsee it. Now stop dead naming this poor woman, you bigot. All jokes aside, we hope this lady had a terrific 40th birthday and whoop, there we go again. I swear, this list is just me adding my own insults, but please understand that it's all comedy, it's all just meant for fun, and I honestly don't mean any of these things. In fact, I really like her earrings. My grandmother used to wear fake jewelry. In at number 3, Anamorph. Aside from the fact that her eyebrows are clearly fighting, this lady had no idea what people would hit her with. She looks like if Quasimodo became a hairdresser. Okay, I'll stop. Let's get to the moment of regret, courtesy of the user Dova Dirk. They commented on the photo saying, "You look like you're halfway through anamorphing into a hammerhead." Savagery! Utter savagery. Either that or a depressed lemur. All jokes aside though, did you know that from the tip of her nose to the middle of her brow is a $7 cab ride? Tip not included. In at number 2, Magic Man. I've seen this comment on another post before, but it's equally true here. His hair looks like someone pulled the tape out of a cassette and then just dropped it on his head. The comments on this roast me Reddit were insane. People were calling out his birthing hips, which I don't really see. I mean, how do you see anything other than that curled mustache? The best roasts by far though come courtesy of Reddit users AndMorePro and Paper Bags for Peace. Ironic. Paper Bags for Peace said, "For my next trick, I'll need a female volunteer, a taser, a van, a rope, and a 30-minute head start." I wish I could be that funny. With AndMorePro adding, "Abracadabra alakazam, I got cookies and candy, come get in my van." Nothing worse than asking to be roasted only for people to assume that you're some sort of pedophile magician. Although that mustache and all of those rings certainly do not help his case. Last but not least, at our number 1 spot, Fedmeister. Now, most of these people have just been regular Joes, just ordinary people. However, upon browsing the Roast Me subreddit, I stumbled across a post from this Mexican-American Twitch streamer. His real name is Federico Gatan, and the 24-year-old decided it was time to take himself down a peg. Well, not really. He's a Twitch streamer, so he was just looking for easy content, and nothing is easier than posting a photo of yourself and then just reacting to all the funny things that other people write about you. He writes, 24-year-old Mexican, been single for 3 years and I enjoy well done steaks with ketchup. Do your worst. Buddy, no one could do you worse than whoever said that that haircut looked good. He looks like one of these sensitive new age guys that complains his videos aren't getting views because Mercury is in retrograde. My favorite roast though by far was from user Alyu Yoon, who said, "Apart from the steak, you haven't done anything else well in your life." What a banger of a comment right there, on the money, and I feel like that's enough hating for one video. Let's check out some of your comments from the video titled "Top 10 Musicians Caught Lip Syncing During Live Performances." It's Andy says, "I'll leave the vids in the description. Where is it?" They didn't take the links. That's my bad. I was supposed to send them links. They didn't. But if you go back to that video, I've actually left them in the comments, and I've also replied to one of the comments of another person that got a lot of likes asking where the links were, so you can find them all there, or send me a DM. Saul Goodman says, "I don't know why I even watched this when we can't even watch the actual footage. Like, WTF, what was the point?" Damn, apparently it is not all good, man. Look, we did the video because it was funny to make fun of these people in the music industry that are clearly faking it, and the problem is those people have finessed YouTube into blocking any videos using a second of their song. Jesse Alexander says, "Oh Johnny, toxic? That hurts. That physically hurts." That being said, good one. I can't take all the credit on that one. Jared came up with it on the spot and he really wanted me to use it, so bravo to Jared for that Britney Spears toxic joke. I'm pulling you under the bus with me, buddy. Michelle Mua says, "His tattoo is the dopest tattoo that says YOLO you'll ever see." It is indeed the dopest YOLO tattoo you'll ever see. All the other tattoos, I don't think it even comes close. But I digress. Warrior Phantom 17 says, I've been wondering where you've been lately. Glad you're back. Well, I've been helping out at Top 10 Beyond the Screen, but I'm definitely happy to be back in the Bacon fam, and I appreciate your comment. And that has been the top 10 people who regretted asking the internet to roast them part 2. Thank you for watching Inform Overload, and thank you to our editors for making me look so good. Unless they include bloopers, then not so much. But if you enjoyed this video, then show us some love here by tapping that like and subscribe button. Also, make sure you give us a follow on Instagram for tons of behind the scenes content. Links for that will be in the description below. And while you're there, why don't you leave us a comment with your thoughts on this list. Plus, for more videos like this one, all you gotta do is tap that playlist when it comes up on your screen. From Inform Overload, my name is Johnny Rogers, saying until next time, stay classy. That was like one word. I'm just gonna do that sentence again. Show photo 3. It's about to get real savage. Come on, Lee. Come on, Lee. Come on, Lee. Oh, God.